They prepared two pitches. So normally the test strip that we play on is more towards the middle, and they've been struggling with pace the last season and a half. I mean, you saw the one day it was really slow when we played there. So they prepared another pitch, was probably a little bit more grass on it, and hoping that it will have a little bit more pace. So we hope that's the case, but the general last season and a half tells me that it's not going to have a lot of pace. So expecting a little bit of movement, but it'll be slow. If you look at a general Durban wicket or Kingsmead wicket, it allows for a spinner always. As I said, in a perfect world, when you're playing against a subcontinent team, the attack that we have in our seaming attack, or the firepower that in your seam attack, you'd like to have the option of possibly going in with four seamers, but the nature of the history tells me that you would need to go in with a spinner. There's a few options on the tables. That's one of them. Other option would be to look at someone like a Jan Mulder as a number 7 and being your fourth seamer. So those are the two options we're looking at as well. There's benefit in both. Lots of discussions. It's already taken place, and it's quite difficult to still get exactly what we're trying to get from it. But there's, as I said, there's a lot of positives on both sides. The one team has got a lot of fire in the bowling department, possibly a little bit of one batter light from a balance point of view, but extreme firepower on your bowling. And then the other side of that will be to have a nice balanced side. Obviously Björn hasn't played a lot of test cricket, but the team certainly, our thinking is moving towards a team that has not always the option of either four seamers or a spinner. We would like to have both options, and that only really comes into play when you have an all-rounder at 7 in him. So moving forward towards with the test team, that's our thinking moving forward. Whether that will happen tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, there's a lot of value in Björn also possibly then leaving the team and going back and playing one-day cricket for the Lions, because ultimately our eyes are still on World Cup prep, and he's still very much in the picture. So yeah, there's positives in both decisions. The timing of, there's been a lot of subcontinent teams after each other. We've had India, Pakistan and now Sri Lanka, and when you play the subcontinent teams, obviously you want to try and expose them with your pace. So that's been harsh on Kesh because he's done nothing wrong. He's actually bowling really well. So we always try and have him in the starting 11 because he's a world-class spinner. And that's why I said the thinking is for the test team to move towards having both your three best teamers, whoever they will be at that time on form, and then also your spinner. So that's the plan for the test team. But whether that will happen tomorrow that still needs to be decided. I mean, they've had a tough time, obviously in Australia now, and there's been a lot of things happening away from their team. So I suppose it's not ideal for them. But I mean, I will always respect opposition that we play against, whether it's a Sri Lankan team that's lost or whether we're playing an Ireland or Afghanistan team. But for me, our preparation doesn't change. It is an obvious cliche, but that's something I speak to the team about a lot of the times when I feel like we are a little bit down in our intensity in terms of preparation, to make sure that you give whoever you're playing the respect that they deserve, because there is very good cricketers in their team. And also when they beat us 2-0 in their home conditions, which hurt us quite a bit. And it's important for us to make sure we do exactly the same and keep them under pressure. You know, make sure that they don't start the series well. 2 test series is short. Like, you may need to make sure you start well. And if we can do that, possibly their breaking point will be a little bit sooner than it will always be, because of all the stuff that's happening away from the game.